What a stupid idea. Who wants a
podcast
at 3 in the morning?
Oh boy, 3 a.m.
Good morning, Mitch.
Good morning, Joey.
Mitch, it's 3 a.m. You know what that means?
It's time for the podcast.
That's right. It's time for the 3 a.m. podcast, the most convenient podcast at the most inconvenient time. Okay, you keep interrupting me like that.
Yeah, I know. I told you last episode. It's my fetish.
Oh my God. Good morning, everyone. My name is Joey Natalie.
And I'm Mitch Sook.
And thank you for joining us this morning. Mitch, we're on episode 2, and I think that should say a lot because the last time we tried to do this podcast, we didn't even publish episode 1.
Yep, we made it. Where we could consider ourselves a dynasty, much like the Patriots.
No, not even.
We're the Tom Brady of podcasting.
The Tom Brady of You want to compare us to two college kids doing a small podcast to Tom Brady?
Yes.
All right, that's fair enough. It got me thinking about people who are trying to develop habits or doing New Year's resolutions. So if you're trying to do something for example, doing this podcast, what do you think is harder for you? Is it harder for you to start it or is it harder for you to maintain it?
Oh, it's starting things is 1,000% way easier than doing them every day.
Oh, absolutely. I 100% agree with that statement. I mean, of course, this is I think that's true. It's shown in what we're doing because this is the third time we've tried to lift off this podcast and we never got past episode 1.
And now we made it Tom Brady of podcasting.
Mm-hmm. I still think that's a bad comparison. Very bad comparison. There's so many great podcasts out there.
The Mighty Ducks of podcasting.
You know what? I'll accept that. I do like the Mighty Ducks, and we are kind of an underdog here.
Exactly, dude. Especially in the second one where they go and they play Sweden, and then whoop, there it is by Tag Team comes on.
I've only seen the first Mighty Ducks.
Whoop, there it is.
Isn't there 3? Oh, is that? I hope that didn't come up on the thing.
Oof. Well, it's coming through the headphones.
It is coming through. Oh, that's a little bit of static. But isn't there 3 Mighty Duck movies?
Yes, and the third one is not so great.
I mean, is the first one that great?
I'm gonna fight you.
I mean, I think it's probably just a nostalgic trip that you're on. Maybe it's not that great. It's just because it was from your era.
Yeah, that's definitely it.
Yeah.
And the fact that there's maybe 4 hockey movies that have ever been made.
Have you ever seen Goon?
Is that the Netflix one?
No, I think it might have. I think the second one might have gone straight to Netflix, but there's it's Goon 1 and Goon 2, and they're really bad. They're really bad hockey movies.
Okay, then I've not seen it. My favorite hockey movie is probably Mystery Alaska.
I've not seen that. God, I feel like 80% of this podcast so far is just me not knowing the movies I've seen a lot of movies. Let the record be known that I've seen a lot of movies. Just Mitch has seen a lot more than I have.
I just see all the deep cuts. I just see all the ridiculous movies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is true. You do see a lot more weirder movies than I do. So yeah, let's just kick off the episode in a normal way. How's your weekend?
It's pretty good.
Or how's it going so far?
Ooh, yeah, because we're in the middle of the weekend right now.
Yeah.
Depending on, we're just dating this podcast again, but it's going well. I had a great Friday night. We went out, me and Joey, and then...
That's me.
Yes. And then today I did nothing. So overall, great weekend.
I mean, today was kind of a busy day for me. I had to work at the Corn Fest in Uptown.
Ooh, yeah. Sexy, sexy Corn Fest.
I had my first piece of corn ever from the Corn Fest, and it was actually pretty good.
Wow. I am amazed by this because one of our mutual friends had never eaten an orange before until I gave her one. So,
who?
One of our mutual friends.
Okay, I have no idea who you're talking about, but I mean...
I'm gonna make a face. I'm not gonna dox anyone. I'm not gonna dox anyone on the podcast that may not want to be on the podcast. I'm gonna lean away from the mic and then yell her name. All right, 3, 2, 1.
No, don't. I still don't know what you mouthed, but okay, whatever.
Yeah, she'd never eaten an orange before.
Yeah.
And then until I gave her an orange. Yeah.
Was this recently?
This was 2 months ago.
How did you not eat
How do you exactly? This is my feelings as to you never eating a piece of corn before in your life.
No, I've had corn, just not from the corn fest.
Well, then you've just also been missing out because that corn fest corn.
It's actually really good. It was really good.
Yeah, until our college took over with their circus, it used to be the Blues and Corn Festival. It used to be 2 different things.
Okay.
Yeah, there would be blues and free beer and corn. It was a wild ride.
Yeah, dude, it was really good. I worked the ISU hockey booth, and one of the players got a corn, and I tried it, and it was really good. By the way, we sold, I think, about 400 tickets, or not sold, because that would be overachievement, but we gave away 400 tickets for the upcoming ISU hockey season, and it's actually a big accomplishment that we did that.
Holy Lord, that's a lot of tickets.
Yeah.
How many people do you think are actually going to show up?
Oh, not a lot. I mean...
0.
No, I mean... if some of the players were listening to this, it'd be like, oh, wow, that's really great spirit, but, like, I hope as many as possible.
Oh yeah, of course. If any of the guys are listening, we're always here to support you, and I think the town definitely could do a better job as a whole.
Yeah, that's actually true. The whole town is a...
Oh, excuse me. They're a bit of a nightmare. We had a bunch of Chick-fil-A before this, so we're a bit burpy, and I just want to go into something really quick, aside about Chick-fil-A. Have you ever been to Chick-fil-A, Joey?
What the? Why are you asking me that? We were just at Chick-fil-A together.
Okay, well, for those of you that have not been to Chick-fil-A, their ketchup sachets.
What is that even?
It's like the ketchup packets. Okay. It's a fancy way to say.
Just say ketchup packets. Why you gotta make it more complicated than it has to be?
Because I want people to think that I'm very smart.
Yeah. Okay.
But their ketchup packets are the most ineffectual thing I've ever seen in my life.
They're pretty bad.
They are not like the classic aluminum packet filled with ketchup. It's like a plastic container, but it's only got a rip part on the top.
No. There's 2
to squeeze out the ketchup like a bottle.
Yeah. You can rip off the top and you can squeeze it, which doesn't work. Or you can go to the bottom where it says tear and then just tear up the entire thing. Now there's 2 problems with that. When you rip off the top, like I said, it just doesn't work. Does not squeeze out like ketchup.
It's ridiculous.
And when you're trying to peel the bottom part, it just sucks and you can't rip it open. You gotta use your teeth.
Yeah. And so I believe that they sat down with Chick-fil-A because it's Heinz ketchup. I believe Heinz sat down with Chick-fil-A and they said, hey, let's make the most ineffectual, most inefficient ketchup packet in the world. It is the worst. There's like 2 squirts of ketchup in the entire container, and the container is at least 3 inches long.
Yeah.
And there's not hardly any ketchup in it. And to compound that problem, it's impossible to open. And so you either have to rip the entire thing apart and just get ketchup everywhere, or just not ever have ketchup at Chick-fil-A.
But I love ketchup at Chick-fil-A.
I know, it's delicious. It's actual good ketchup, but the challenge is you have to open the ketchup packet like some sort of James Bond character opening a safe.
I love that. I love that comparison. That's just awful.
It's the worst.
So if you're having this issue, what are you going to do to combat this?
I'm going to make a worst packet and make millions.
A worse packet.
I'm going to make a worse ketchup packet. I think I will put rubber bands around it.
Time out. I really want to get to the bottom of what you're trying to sell me here. So you think that by defeating this awful obstacle you have when you're trying to obtain ketchup at Chick-fil-A, you're going to make it harder for yourself.
Yes.
Why?
I need to improve my hand skills.
Why don't you just improve your hand skills in general and just open up the ketchup packets already provided? And what makes you think Chick-fil-A would want to purchase your version of a ketchup packet over the ones that they already have
because they have the ones they have. They know what they're doing. You think they did this on purpose or by accident?
No, wait, I'm confused. So wait,
they definitely did this on purpose.
So what makes you think they would want to buy your ketchup packet instead?
Because it's way worse, and they're definitely going to be able to sell more.
So you're saying they're only purchasing the worst ketchup packets out there? Like they're on a mission to make sure that everyone who's at their establishment is having a hard time opening their ketchup, and if anyone can provide a harder solution to attain ketchup, then they're going to go with that one?
Yes, okay. And they hate the gays. Yep.
Super irrelevant, but that is true.
Yep. They hate the gays and they don't want you to open their ketchup.
I almost spat my water. Oh my God. They hate the gays and they don't want you to have ketchup. So, yep. Okay, so just walk me through, what is your ketchup packet going to look like?
Okay, so it's going to be about the size of a standard construction brick. And it's going to be hard plastic, you know? Yeah. It's going to be made of plastic. Yeah, and there's going to be about an ounce of actual ketchup in there.
No.
And there's going to be a zipper. And you open the zipper, and underneath the zipper is plastic. And so you have to pop open the plastic, like it's plastic wrapped. So you have to open up the zipper, get your hands inside the zipper, and then rip out plastic. And then once you've done that, you have to reach several inches down to access the ketchup through a small Ziploc zipper.
I hate this idea.
We're going to make millions. Chick-fil-A, please slide into our DMs.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A, if you want to find us, you can just DM me on Instagram, and you can just call Mitch. His cell phone number is 555-555-555-555.
I can't believe you said my real phone number on the podcast.
I'm sorry, I'll just put a bunch of fives over it and to bleep it out.
Okay, thank you.
No problem, bud. So I understand you're having a very furious time with these ketchup packets, and I really don't have any sympathy for you because it's such a small situation when there are much bigger things you could be worrying about, like, you know, paying off your college debt. But yeah, I mean, go ahead.
This is what I'm zeroing in on. I'm making this my issue.
Not going to focus on any other world issues going on right now?
No.
Nope. Just this ketchup, you're solely set on fixing this ketchup packet thing.
Yes, much like all American politicians, I'm focusing on something incredibly irrelevant and making that the hill that I die on.
Oof. That's all I have to say to that is oof.
Yep. Well, sometimes in life you just have to just really buckle down, work hard, and create effectual change in your environment by really just focusing on changing the ketchup packets in your area.
I just don't think ketchup. I just think there are much more important things you could be focusing on than these ketchup packets.
Like the Amazon being on fire?
Yes, exactly, like the Amazon being on fire.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
Oh my God.
I'm more focused on the ketchup packets.
Okay, well, I mean, whatever floats your boat, dude. Whatever makes you happiest. So.
Thank you. Yeah. I'm also. Let's talk about furries.
I don't want to talk about furries.
Can we at least talk about Tony the Tiger?
What about Tony the Tiger?
Just how awesome he is, dude.
He is a pretty cool guy.
I know.
But you're going to lead this into furries, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we're not going to do that. Mitch, I think there are better things we could talk about than, you know, Tony the Tiger. Like, I mean...
The rainforest.
No, well, we could talk about that, but I think there's actually something more serious we could talk about than that.
More serious than trees being on fire.
Okay, no, this isn't more serious than that, but it's also that bums me out.
It's like, and I have read nothing on the topic, so.
Okay, moving on, so we don't put ourselves in a big hole that we can't get out of. But in recent news, and I know you're aware of this, and you hate talking about this, but it seems that Sony has broken the rights with the MCU and has taken our precious favorite Spider-Man away from us.
What the flip?
I know, dude. I was furious when I read that article. It's just, do you know a lot about the situation? I'm guessing you do.
I actually have no recollection of anything about this situation.
Oh,
I just remember hearing about it on the streets.
So, Sony has officially cut ties with Marvel and what's his name, Feige.
Yeah.
He won't be producing any future Spider-Man movies. All the Spider-Man movies will be made by Sony, and they're going to continue the story that that the MCU has started, which means that we won't see any other MCU characters featured in any future Spider-Man films, and we won't see Spider-Man in any future MCU films either, because Sony and Marvel wanted to come up. Had to make a new deal, like a new contract for how they're going to share the rights, and they just could not come to agreement, and Sony wanted more money, and Disney just wouldn't give it to them. Marvel wanted 50% of the income, the
revenue,
movie revenue,
yeah.
And Sony was like, no, we don't want that. Like, you're already making all the money off the merchandise and all this, all that, and they're just like, if you can't give us more money, we're just gonna walk. And that being the case, Marvel/Disney not giving Sony enough money to keep the best superhero in the MCU just infuriates me. Like, Disney, just give them all. I don't fucking care. Give them all the money they want, because regardless of you can give them all the money and make yourself bankrupt. I'll still appreciate that, because I still won't go to your shitty parks.
Exactly. All those gluttonous pigs at Disney just want more and more money. And to be honest, they're ruining a lot of their stolen intellectual properties right now. I think we talked a little bit in the last podcast about the remaking of the classic films.
Oh yeah, we did talk about that.
But I feel like even with the IPs that they've stolen, aka bought, they are just ruining. Like, look at the Star Wars films. Like, for better or for worse, whether you like them or you hate them, they just have no creative soul anymore, and it's ridiculous.
I am a fan of 7, and I did not like 8. But I start agreeing you with the point when they started making, what was that one in between?
Rogue One.
When they made Rogue One, then Solo. Now, once 9 is done, they're going to make a whole new Star Wars series, like a whole new set of movies outside of the Skywalker family, but still in the Star Wars universe. Like, they're just not going to stop. And honestly, when you look at Star Wars as a whole, is it really that great? I get people love the world it creates, but the movies have just been above average. Like 4 and 5, fantastic. 6, a lot of people hate. And 1, 2, 3, we all know how people feel about the prequels.
Yeah.
So basically, 6 movies, people really only like 2 of them.
Yeah.
So I love
33% of the media.
Right.
That was done by Lucasfilm is what considered to be good movies, and the rest are considered generally. I know that the prequels have fans in people our age.
Right.
But I think that when you have 33% of your entire intellectual property that people like, and then the rest are very divisive amongst people who enjoy Star Wars films, I mean, that's just a no-win situation. And I think Star Wars should have been a phenomenon that just kind of petered out, to be in complete honesty.
Really?
Yeah, I think that Star Wars has this illusion that they've created this crazy world, and it's so deep and intricate in the lore, but really,
no, it is, though.
The lore generally focuses on Jedi and Sith and laser guns, but I mean, even if the lore is very deep, look at what they've done with this lore. They've just made stuff that has to do with stormtroopers and TIE fighters and the Empire and lightsabers and
the
people learning the Force.
And
it's very silly.
They get really into this, the different types of species and people that are within this universe and their language and their history. But my point I'm trying to make is that it's just I feel like it was a franchise that should have just ended at 6.
Yeah.
I don't know why they want to make more, honestly, and they're not doing so well on the new ones. I love 7. I love it. And I get why people hate it, but I love it for the fact of how real, when I remember seeing that movie and I was like, wow, this looks so real. Star Wars looks so real.
Oh yeah, and I want to interject. No matter how garbage the narrative is, aside from the Solo film, they are all beautiful.
Yeah,
these are beautiful cinematic movies. That's my problem with Solo, is that it looks super brown and grainy.
You know what? Brown is the word I would use to describe it. I never thought about that. It is a pretty brown movie. It's like someone took the movie, put a brown solid over it, and just lowered the opacity to 5.
Exactly. It looks like garbage. I am not a film editor or like a video guy, but when I saw that movie, I could even tell that I was just like, ooh, this is not edited very well. This looks bad.
Yeah.
And that's surprising considering how much millions and millions of dollars they put behind these projects, like Disney as a company. Because you could say that Lucasfilm is doing it. It's Disney.
No, yeah.
And it's just very shocking that that movie looks the way that it does.
Yeah, I get that. I just don't have words, honestly. It's just like, there's nothing original.
Disappointing.
Everything's just being added onto, and I want things to just end. I don't want Star Wars to keep going. I want it just to end. It had a good story. Why keep adding it? Why ruin it?
Exactly.
Because it's gonna go wrong at some point. And how do we even get to here? We were talking about Spider-Man.
Well, we're talking about, I think that the Star Wars MCU problem, I mean, they're both run by Disney, and I think that they've just done a poor job with this. And I think
it's like Disney has millions.
Yeah.
Millions. Why couldn't they just give Sony more money? Because this is honestly like, this is my favorite. This is my favorite. If a lot of you don't know, but Spider-Man is my favorite superhero. And I love the new Spider-Man movie that came out because Mysterio is my favorite super villain. It's weird. I don't know what it is. It's just, I think the fact that there's this illusionist that can just bend vision and put you on a massive trip, and it's just all the magic, and I loved it. And I love that movie because I love seeing Mysterio on the big screen. And after seeing that movie, I was like, I just can't wait for the third one. And now I'm sad because I don't know what's gonna come. And seeing, everyone's like, oh, Sony made Spider-Verse, so they're on a roll right now. They're not on a fucking roll. What are you talking about? Did you not see Venom? Like,
yeah.
Dude, they have a chance to bring Venom and Spider-Man into the same universe. Imagine Tom Hardy, yeah. Tom Hardy and Tom Holland doing a movie together.
And he would be in 2 superhero franchises in under a decade.
I think Disney and Sony really need to fix this before that movie comes around, because I know for a fact Sony's going to ruin this franchise like they did the last 2.
Well, yeah. I mean, Sony was in control of the Tobey Maguire and the Andrew Garfield trilogies, weren't they?
Well, Spider-Man 1 and 2, we know are massive successes.
Yes.
Because I don't think Sony has had much, were involved as much, and they saw Sam Raimi. Sam Raimi was really in control of the first 2, and he did a really good job. And then I think Sony was like, oh wow, this is really great. Let's be more in control with the movies, and they did. And it's if you are informed at all about what happened with Spider-Man 3, you can't blame Sam Raimi at all, because Sam Raimi only wanted to do the Sandman, and then Sony was like, no, we got to put in Venom. We have to have
to hit all these beats.
No, they're like, we need to put the most Spider-Man's his master enemy, and then who else was in it? Oh, then the Hobgoblin.
Yeah, Hobgoblin.
Yeah, which. James Franco, which was like, they threw that into I think in the original script it was going to be like he was the side thing, but they wanted Venom. I think in the original script Sam Raimi wanted the Hobgoblin and Sandman, but I don't think Hobgoblin was going to be as much as a role as he was in that movie.
Yeah,
but they tried to throw Venom down Sam Raimi's throats, and he's just like, no, I don't want to do that, and they made him do it. And then when that movie crashed and he was going to do movie 4, which was going to be the Vulture, I think, or Mysterio.
They were slowly building up the Sinister Six.
Yeah,
I remember that.
So when Sam Raimi was writing that movie, Sony stepped in again, and they started to do the same thing, and he walked from Spider-Man 4.
Yeah, because I remember that project was in the works and then got axed later.
Yeah, because Sam Raimi left, because Sony fucking ruins everything, and I can't now. Dude, there's some aspects of Sony that I love. Like, I'm a photographer, so I love their cameras, but when it comes to their movie making, dude,
the multimedia stuff. Yeah, I don't understand how you can have a company that was known for making stereo systems and televisions become a multi-million multimedia empire. That's a tongue twister. Say that 3 times.
Multi-million multimedia empire.
Yeah, but I just don't understand. It baffles the mind. Much like Amazon, this website that was made to sell books on the internet is now a multi-million-dollar company who is funding movies and television projects. Isn't that ridiculous?
Yeah, dude. That's also another problem. It's just like there's too many streaming platforms, like with all different shows. Which ones can I get behind? And now we have
Disney Plus with the Star Wars show, The Mandalorian.
Dude, there's too many streaming services. I'm not going to pay for all these, and I'm not going to get behind them.
What about the CBS app so you can watch all the great Star Trek content?
I'm just going to stick to YouTube.
Honestly, yeah. And you can probably just illegally download all the streaming app stuff anyway, so it's not even that big a deal.
I don't do that.
I pay for my content, and I buy all of the streaming apps.
Shh.
All 17 of them, including Yahoo Screen.
Yahoo has their own streaming platform?
They had it for like under a year because they bought the rights to Community, and then Yahoo Screen shut down, and Community, like the last season of Community, you can't watch. I'm pretty sure.
Oh my god. Yeah, so
what a nightmare.
Yeah, so just getting back to that Spider-Man thing, just so we're not off topic, it's just I was really heartbroken when I saw that, and I really hope that they buckle down and just give them the money. Just give Sony the money.
Exactly.
I don't care.
You know what franchise needs to come back?
What?
The Fantastic Four.
No. Well, no, but they Disney now owns the Fantastic Four.
So, you gluttonous scumbags at Disney make a garbage Fantastic Four movie so we can have 4 garbage Fantastic Four movies. How poetic is that?
4?
Yeah, the original ones that were made in the early 2000s had 2 movies. There was the Fantastic Four and Fantastic Four 2, The Ride of the Silver Surfer.
Yeah, so that's 2 movies.
The new one is 3.
Oh, so you're counting the first 2 movies as separate things, not
just 4 garbage.
Oh, I thought you were talking
movies.
about like franchises, because we have the Sam Raimi franchise and we got Andrew Garfield franchise. Oh, was it Mark Webb? Is that who it is? Or is that the new director? Who directed the Amazing Spider-Man series?
I don't know. I just know that Andrew Garfield is in it and Emma Stone is in it.
Say what you will about those movies, but because those two,
Emma Stone is hot. Yeah, we all know that.
No, it's not. Say what you want about those two, about the Amazing Spider-Man series, but when they were filming those movies, Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone, that's her name, right? Emma Stone.
Yeah, they were actually dating.
And their chemistry on screen looks super believable, and I love it.
Yeah, except the second one, it looks like no one was directing them. He just kind of like filmed pickup shots without them knowing.
Of them just actually hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I liked it. It was
awkward.
actually kind of, no, I thought it was kind of cute. Especially the first movie, I liked it a lot.
Yeah, but
it's just Peter's super cool.
Yeah, so cool, dude. He's so mysterious. I don't know why that's...
people just don't get me.
I hate that trope in Hollywood.
Yeah, the what? What trope?
Just no one gets me. I'm so mysterious. And then it's just immediately just panties hit the floor.
like Twilight and that vampire.
Yeah. Edward, he's so mysterious.
Now my panties are on the floor.
Yeah, I'm just so depressed and no one gets me. That's like a shtick that unironically people would do at high school, and no one talks to you.
Have you seen the Twilight franchise?
No, but I read all the books. You
read?
Yeah, I did read all the books.
Wow, you are a nerd.
No, they are kind of garbage, I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, the books?
Yeah. Do you know that 50 Shades of Grey, that book series started out as Twilight fan fiction?
Yeah, I knew that.
BDSM vampire fan fiction.
Seriously? Oh my god.
I think they just should have published it as fan fiction. I think they just should have approached the people who published the Twilight series.
Yeah, probably. So have you read anything on the news recently?
Yeah, I just read earlier this morning that a couple died leaving their wedding ceremony.
What?
Yeah, they died in a car accident leaving their wedding on the way to their reception.
Where did you read this?
On CNN. Those dicks ruined my day.
On CNN.
I was just like, hey, what's going on in the world today? Oh yeah, hey Mitch, did you hear about this couple who died in a horrific car accident leaving their wedding?
I like how you're addressing as if CNN was talking to you directly.
Yeah, they do that often.
No, they don't.
Yeah,
but...
it's called tailored ads, dude. Have you never heard of those?
Speaking of like really bad like news, do people actually? I don't know. Is BuzzFeed considered like a news source?
I feel like for a long time they tried to be, but I think it's hard to be a news source when also you have quizzes on the same website for what Disney princess are you?
Should we take a quiz on what Disney princess?
Oh, I know I'm Belle.
Oh yeah, bet. All right.
Yeah, boy.
No, we're gonna do this right now. That's actually how we're gonna do the 3 a.m. podcast right now.
Alrighty, baby.
Type in BuzzFeed. What Disney princess are you? What dog are you?
It's literally the first one.
Yeah, which Disney princess are you? All right, guys. Actually, hold up. This is really fun. Do this along with us. Pause the podcast guys. Right now. Go type in on Google BuzzFeed, which Disney princess are you? All right, pause the video now. And welcome back. We're going to click on the very first link that was posted on February 3rd, 2014. Which Disney princess are you? By Sean Fagan.
I can't believe that a man made this. I don't want to be sexist or anything, but just demographic wise, I find that to be very strange.
All right, Mitch, we're going to do you because you already told me that you're Belle, and I'm going to see if that's going to be true. What is your favorite Disney movie? Hunchback of Notre Dame, Robin Hood, Astro Cats?
Aristocrats.
That is so my bad. I've never seen that movie. Is it what, Aristocats?
Aristocats. It's about
cats.
Aristocratic cats.
Okay. Freaky Friday, The Love Bug, The Lion King, The Sword in the Stone, Lady and the Tramp, or The Black Cauldron. Which one?
Of all of these, which is only 9 films, I think I'm going to have to go with Freaky Friday.
Freaky Friday it is.
But which version? Is it the remake or the original one?
Which one has Lindsay Lohan?
It's the Lindsay Lohan one. That's the one.
Is that the original or is that the remake?
That's the remake.
Okay, then we're gonna go. Then I'm asking about the Lindsay Lohan one.
All right. I think Sean needs to update this.
Which one's your favorite? The remake or the original?
The remake, dude. Lindsay Lohan.
Okay, fine. Okay, then which one do you want to go with?
These are all like really garbage Disney movies.
What about The Lion King?
The Lion King is just a remake of Hamlet. And also, considering this is made in 2014, they don't have... I can't choose between the remake or the original. It's just the animated.
Dude, this is a BuzzFeed quiz. just pick one. We're going to go with Freaky Friday because it's the first one you said, all right? Freaky Friday it is.
This is some top-tier content.
Top-tier content coming your way. All right. Secretly, you think your enemies are envious of my
giant genitals.
My looks. I don't have enemies. My wealth, my dreams, my determination, my bravery, my demeanor, my passions, or my industriousness.
Are you illiterate? Quick question.
I mean, probably. All right. So which one is it going to be?
Well, I'm poor and I don't have dreams. So I think I'm going to go with my bravery.
Your bravery? All right. What are you most scared of? Saying goodbye to my friends, losing my job, pop quizzes, global warming, scissors, Walmart, war, being alone, or standing still? Is standing still an actual fear?
I have no idea. This could also be a metaphorical standing still, as if you feel stuck. I think that's the existential metaphor of standing still that Sean is trying to go with here.
So which one do you want to go with, Mitch?
I'm horrible at goodbyes, so saying goodbye.
Saying goodbye to your friends is what we're going to go with. What do you look for in a soulmate? Loyalty, steadiness, passion, bravery, kindness, beauty, humor, a sense of adventure, or wealth?
Humor.
That was pretty quick.
Yeah, I know what I want in a lady.
Choose a talking animal. A phoenix, a bluebird.
I love how they chose Pocahontas for this one.
Phoenix, bluebird, mouse, meerkat, warthog. Animals can't talk.
Stupid
cockatoo,
idiot.
Shark, or possum.
Animals can't talk, you idiot.
All right. Animals can't talk. Look, dude, there's Belle.
There's Belle.
There's Belle.
If you
don't get Belle, then you're kicked off the podcast.
Crap.
What do you like to do with your time off? Go camping, just get out of town, get together with my family, lie down. I'm always working, play video games, burn the candle at both ends.
So do cocaine while writing a sales report.
No, LARP, or go to the beach.
Ooh, I love playing games, but I also just like hanging out with my friends.
Where is that? I can't see it.
Let's get together with family is the option.
We'll include.
Yeah, get together with the fam.
Okay, sure.
Squad fam. You know how it be. What is the
secret to love? That's listen. Just a little side note. I usually expect 5-year-olds or 12-year-old girls to be taking this quiz, and that's a pretty heavy question.
These are some deep existential questions.
That's a pretty deep. What's the secret of true love? But I'm almost 22, and I don't even know that.
It's good communication skills.
Oh, that's actually one of the options. Should I just go for that one? Let's not even read the other ones. Okay. Wait, I know when I find it.
That's a moron question. Yeah, that's a moron
communication.
Answer.
All right.
If you put, I'll know when I find it, you're destined to be alone forever. It's definitely communication or honesty.
Where would you like to have your first date?
I've been on many first dates.
Okay, let's say where would you like to take the first? Where would you like to take? Sorry, let me rephrase that. This is going to be your future wife. Where do you want to take her on the first date? And then let's read off the options.
Okay, I was going to say the futon in my parents' basement.
Please stop. Movie theater, a bar, a bar. Why would any 12-year-old put a bar?
Well, are we assuming that our audience is 12 or that we're 12?
No, I'm saying that I'm guessing usually people are taking this quiz are like little girls, and why would they be like, oh yeah, I totally want to bring him to a bar. All right. A bar, a club, a park, the zoo, coffee shop, a restaurant, don't have time to date, or a museum.
Dude, you know me. I'm a giant nerd. Museum. But I also love to go on hiking, so state park is also in there. But I feel like museum is second.
So which one?
No, I'm sorry. I misspoke. I feel like park is close second to museum, especially if it's a museum I've never been to or a new exhibit that I've never seen.
Okay, so museum?
Yes.
Okay. Pick an artist. Oh my God, look how old this is. Lord, Imagine Dragons, Miley Cyrus, Katy Perry, who's Miles Davis?
Wait, you don't know who Miles Davis is?
Who's that?
I have no idea. It's a meme. I think he's a blues
Type
or
in Miles
jazz
Davis.
artist. I'm gonna look like an idiot if I got that wrong.
Davis. You can't type.
I'm typing at an angle.
Oh.
Jazz trumpet. Oh, your boy got it.
Whatever. Miles Davis, Randy Newman, Drake, Bruno Mars, or Avicii. Isn't Avicii dead?
I have no idea.
Maybe I'm thinking of someone else.
Katy Perry, do you ever feel like a plastic bag drifting through the wind?
All right. So Katy Perry.
I'm not going to finish the lyric because I don't want to get demonetized.
Katy Perry?
Yeah, of those 9, definitely Katy Perry.
Okay.
I feel like I lost
How
a bunch
long
of
is this
respect.
quiz? Oh, we're almost there. Okay, this is the last one, actually. What is happily ever after? Having good friends, in finding my equal, in achieving my dreams, in a job I love, in caring relationship, in a castle, in finding inner peace. I'm not sure, but it isn't what is happening now. The adventure continues. Which one do you want to go with?
In a castle. Castles are dope, dude. Have you ever been to one?
Yeah, they are dope. All right, in a castle. You're Mulan, dude.
Fuck yeah.
That's definitely not Belle, but you're Mulan.
Outgoing and vivacious. Ooh, I'm vivacious. You're considered the sporty one in your group. All right. 0 to 10, how true is that, Joey?
You're outgoing, vivacious, and you're considered the sporty one in your group. However, athletes are not the sum total of who you are, and you're king. Not really at you at all. You're pretty vivacious and outgoing, but you're not the sporty one.
Thank you. I love vivacious. I think I'm going to work that into my future vocabulary.
Okay. So
the next time we see a hot girl on the street, I'm going to turn to you and go, ooh, she's vivacious.
All right, whatever. All right, so that was fun.
Put in the comments who you guys got.
Yeah, we're very curious to know which Disney princess you are.
Just get a read on the audience.
Do we have time to do another one?
Yes. We do.
We usually do like
no matter what happens, we do have time to do another one.
We usually do 45-minute episodes, but
screw it. It's time for more pointless BuzzFeed quizzes.
Nah, dude. You know what? If you want, I'm gonna do my.
Let's figure out which Disney princess you are.
I'll do my Disney princess in the next episode. So if you want to know which Disney princess I am, please stay tuned for the next episode because.
Ooh, we're gonna lead in with a nice hook there.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm sure everyone's pretty much dying to know what kind of a Disney princess I am. But Mitch, you told me you were Belle. What made you think you were Belle and not Mulan?
I just guessed. That was the first princess that came to my head.
Was it really? So you didn't actually have any evidence or backup with your claim that you're Belle?
Nope.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Mitch.
Fuck Disney princess.
Oh my god. Yeah. Isn't there like a sort of a feeling that in like general society that Disney princesses are kind of like an evil portrayal of like modern.
I don't know. I think it depends on who you ask and how deep into third wave feminism they are.
Yeah, let's not go down this rabbit hole right now.
We don't get political on this podcast. Sorry, guys.
All right. Well, thank you very much for listening to the 3 a.m. podcast. My name is Joey Notterly.
And I'm Mitch Zook, and I am Mulan.
No, you should just said I'm Mulan. Thank you very much for listening, and thank you for No, yeah, I'm just gonna do it like that. Thank you for listening. Stop kissing the microphone. Thank you for listening because, if you're taking the time out of your day to listen to us and the stupid things we ramble on about, then, what we do here is worth it. And we definitely do have a lot of fun doing this and we hope to make more.
Yes, thank you. And I have smooches for all the cuties in the audience.
Stop. Can I have that last one, actually? Thank you. So, yeah, thank you very much. Tune into the next episode when we reveal what kind of Disney princess I am.
First bid.
All right, I'm going back to bed. Good night.
Cold clothes.
Good night, Mitch.
Good night, Joey. Love you.
Stop.